In 1776, the United States adopted the motto E Pluribus Unum, a Latin phrase translated as out of many comes one, out of many cultures comes one country.
If America hadn't had immigration, there would be no place called America. It would be places called Iroquois country and Lakota country. But, you know, the United States as a nation would not exist without immigration.
We had a nation that has zero immigrants. I mean, first of all, there wouldn't even be in America because it was immigrants that built many of the resources and institutions that we know today. And to that same point, we're looking at a contemporary America. So many of our innovations, our medicine, STEM fields, all of these are supported by immigrants.
We are a nation of immigrants. Everyone in America has ancestry that is dated back to another country. In fact, my own family were immigrants. I'm of German, Irish, French, and Scottish descent. And just showing the amount of lineage I have in my own blood shows the diversity we have in the country as a whole. I'm not a first generation or second generation immigrant, but the roots of my family tree spread into a multitude of different countries. I'm a melting pot of my own ancestry, and the United States is a melting pot of culture.
So I think the melting pot's a bad analogy, right? Because I think the melting pot suggests that somehow we're all going to come out the same at the other end. So a couple of other analogies you might want to think about are a salad, which is made up of all different things but still works together as a meal. Or one of the ones I like is a cake, where you take all these very different things and make something wondrous and new out of it.
So I don't think it's melting into one thing. I think I don't even know how to explain it, but I just think that, like, we celebrate each other, you know, and we're not trying to become one another. We're just trying to be accepting. And
a melting pot means various cultures coming together, and melting meaning joining together for the better good. It's not like, here's this community, here's that community, here's that community that don't speak the same language, that don't work together and play together, right? The whole idea in the United States is once you get here and you're accepted as a citizen or even permanent resident, that we're all different from each other, but we've got to find the common together. That's different than in the United States in some countries. But we also have to be together. That's why it's important to speak the same language, even if we have other languages. We're not all about ourselves. We have to be all in it together as well.
So why do so many people come to America? They come here in hopes of the American dream. The American dream entails liberty, freedom, and success, regardless of your race, ethnicity, religion, and more.
After they came, there was this expression in Europe, especially at the refugee camp, that the streets in America are paved with gold. And it was this dream that would allow people, and that dream carried them through the most difficult times. I mean, I don't think literally they thought that it was actually paved with gold, but they understood the connotation that you could really achieve something great in this country.
Being American means having empathy and compassion for everyone around you, and doing your part to ensure that no matter where you come from, how much money you make, who you love, who you worship, that you have equal opportunity to achieve your fullest potential.
Yet many of our current politicians, and especially our president, believe that immigrants are destroying our country rather than bettering it. They believe that immigrants are criminals, rapists, and morally corrupt people. Instead of letting in the people of our future, we have used tear gas to push them away. We have created policies to banish an entire religion, and we've limited our country to what we think is within. So why are we trying to limit the very people who made this country what it is?
By executive order, just so you understand, a person comes in, was never in our country before, has a baby, and now all of a sudden the baby's a United States citizen. And through chain migration and other things, many other people come in through the baby. It's ridiculous.
I mean, these are kids who were brought here by their parents. They did nothing wrong. They've gone to school. They have pledged allegiance to the flag. Some of them have joined the military. They've enrolled in school. By definition, if they're part of this program, they are solid, wonderful young people of good character.
I think the nicest thing about being an American is that you can be disappointed and not suffer any consequences and express your dissatisfaction, and hopefully things might change as a result.
So what does it mean to be American? It means to be from somewhere else. We are a nation of immigrants, and we all bleed red, we fight for the blue, and although we may not all be white, we stand for our brothers and sisters and for the freedom that America promises. Out of many, we are one.